Welcome, guys, back to Risk for Generational Wealth. Today, I want to talk about what happens when you're at your absolute lowest. So, I want to start with a story and tell you a little bit about there's this girl that I knew from a long time ago. And most recently, I saw her on Facebook posting some very, very deep and depressing things. She was at a low point, and 100% she was calling out for help. Now, something that's a little not known by people who haven't reached this kind of level of desperation, but it's actually very off-putting to the people around you. And now you think, oh wow, like how could you say that? That person's suffering, they're not doing so well. Well, look, let's put it out there, guys. Let's keep it as real as possible. When you're struggling and you're drowning essentially, and you go to the people around you and you try to essentially get on them and try to like use them for flotation, you're going to take both of you down. You're going to drown both of you. And the same holds true in reality. When you have a very depressive energy or you're feeling bad, people don't want to be around that. You know, those closest to you, they'll probably help you out a little bit. They'll probably do what they can for you, but they're going to eventually peel off as well. Because the nature of life, guys, is that you need to save yourself. You need to help yourself. And the real fact is that people don't like that negative energy. They can only sit in it for so long because it takes them down as well. Now, I know it's a very difficult and probably controversial topic to bring up, but I've been there, guys. I've had it where I'm in a very, very rough place and the people around me just kind of disappear. Or I can literally feel the energy within myself that if I'm too heavy, it will burden the people around me and I have to like pull back a little bit. On an even bigger note too, when I'm putting out content, people are like, how are you so happy? Your situation's tough. Like things are going rough. I don't know how you keep it together. Well, it's the same thing, kind of the life story of Robin Williams. But if you're like making people laugh and you're happy, people will be more attracted to that. You cannot let the mask slip because you will lose interest from the people around you. And that's the fact. It's a brutal fact, guys, but you know, you really can't let the world see that depth of you. And I mean, I want to always be truthful and upfront and honest. But if I came on here and was like, fuck this, F that, like trash, you know, just had a terrible vibe, there's only so long that people would actually listen to that. Because for the majority, people don't want to steep in negativity. Now, there are exceptions to this rule. If you're already feeling negative, maybe you can, you know, correlate yourself with that kind of content, but I don't want to put that out, and I don't want to attract those kind of people either because it comes back to bite you. So my point being, guys, is if you're feeling very rough, if you're feeling in a tough place and you feel that negativity, you feel that anger, the hate, the sadness, I mean, you have to like talk to your therapist, talk to your friends where you can, seek the support where you can. But when it comes to like regular people out there and people maybe you hope to do business with, you need to essentially blanket those emotions with some kind of like happy vibe or put on a smile, as they say, because it will be off-putting for people. And look, I've never heard anybody actually talk about that, so I wanted to put it out there. Take it for what it is, guys. I'm not saying don't be unhappy, but pay attention to that aspect of when you're around people and try to not be a wet blanket. Try to like hold yourself to a higher standard. Another thing too is when you do that, you actually train your brain and we rewire your brain to be happy again or to like have some kind of positivity. It's through repetition that you can expand those neural pathways to be super highways because you've been training to do it every day. That's why you kind of got to fake it before you make it in some cases, even if you don't have the happiness. Trust me, from somebody who's been there, who's gone through a lot. who's had those lows and continues to have those lows. That's my take, guys. Take it for what it is, but I hope you really learn from that, and also you learn the perspective to look at those people around you who are maybe in a rough place and maybe hiding behind a face. Find a way to help them.